it seems like no matter how many hours we slept at night, we just get up exhausted with zero energy to start the day. It's really tempting to hit the snooze button and pull the covers over your head. I was really curious about this whole idea of morning versus night person, but even more so when my wife and I started dating. So I've always been a morning person, but Tal always preferred the night. She often said that she doesn't function very well in the mornings, and it took her hours to actually start her day. It is as if our engines were working completely different. So after living together for a while, she was more open-minded and curious if she could ever fit into the category of being a morning person. And so together we tried to find ways to help her get up better in the morning, and then she realized that mornings don't have to be something that you dread. With a few simple steps you can finally start your morning energetic and fresh. So the first one, and this is by far one of the most powerful things that affected the way we wake up in the morning, is to keep your blinds open. Before we started dating, I had always slept with the blinds open, and Tal was exactly the opposite. She always slept in a dark room and made sure there's no option for any light to enter the room. So I respected her need, and for over 2 years we slept with blinds completely closed, until one day that we talked about it and she agreed to start sleeping with the blinds a little open. There was definitely a negotiation period about how much they would be open, and we tested it over and over again to see how it affects her sleep. So after a few nights of sleeping with the blinds open, Tal already felt a big improvement, and I too, after a period of 2 years while sleeping in a dark room, started feeling more energetic and fresh in the morning. The exposure to natural light will wake you up faster and better. Why does it happen and how does it work exactly? So hormone levels have a major influence on our body's clock, on the timing of when we feel sleepy and awake. Melatonin and cortisol are the two main hormones that regulate your sleep pattern. They're both naturally occurring hormones that are controlled by light exposure. When your optic nerves detect natural light diminishing, they will send a message to your hypothalamus, which will then trigger the release of melatonin to help you feel more relaxed, to feel drowsy and prepare you for sleep. On the other end, we have cortisol. Now, daytime exposure to sunlight is so important because it encourages the production of cortisol. And this hormone enables you to be awake and alert, and it contributes to your focus and vitality throughout the day. The levels of cortisol dip at bedtime and increase during the night. There is usually a cortisol spike in the early hours of the morning that helps you wake up feeling refreshed and alert. As the day progresses, your levels of cortisol will gradually decline and melatonin will then be released in the hours before you go to bed. You can see that as melatonin levels increase, cortisol levels decrease, and vice versa. So here's how you can encourage the production of the right hormone at the right time and support the normal function of each hormone. First, keep your curtains or window blinds open so that the exposure to natural sunlight will stimulate less melatonin and more cortisol that will help you wake up more alert and fresh. Second, at night avoid bright screens at least an hour before you go to sleep. Being around too much bright light before bed can affect our quality of sleep as it can slow down the release of melatonin. And third, if possible, get outside for a few minutes in the morning to fully expose your body to the natural light of the sun. The fresh air and direct sun will help you wake up better. The second rule to help you wake up better is to have a short mobility routine. After lying down for a long period of time and being stuck in very few positions, our body tends to get very stiff and tight, and you may often find that on some days you wake up feeling sluggish and full of tension, and your brain may be awake even if it doesn't feel that way, but your muscles haven't been active through most of the night. A short mobility routine can serve as a perfect way to gradually awaken the mind and body after the night's sleep and prepare you for the day. Movement activates your nervous system. Dynamic stretching works great to improve the range of motion of the joints, eliminate the stiffness and pain in different areas of the body, increase your blood flow, stimulate the brain, and give your physical clock a reset. Movement essentially helps you feel more energetic and light. Now, humans, like other animals, instinctively stretch after sleeping, and we kind of lost that with all that's going on in our life and the stress we experience from the moment we open our eyes and look at our phones. So 10 to 15 minutes as part of your morning routine is all you need. Obviously, you can't get your body to go from 0 to 100, so this short mobility routine will help you ease up the process and get your day started better. Number 3. Delay breakfast. We all grew up on the belief that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And as kids, we almost never stop and ask, why is it so? How does the body work? Now, studies show that the brain and body actually perform better in a fasted state. Cognitive function, memory, motor speed, learning, and alertness are all increased by fasting. It makes a lot of sense because the less energy your body spends on digestion, the more energy you'll have for other things. If you're used to eating your breakfast in the morning, try to delay the first meal of the day to a later hour in the day, like 11 or 12, so that the body doesn't have to deal with digesting food right away, and so that you can have a more productive start of your day. And if it's still important for you to put something in your mouth as you begin the day, try to choose something that is not heavy or difficult to digest. Something like fruits or a smoothie that can easily go through your system without much effort from the body. Number 4, take a nice morning shower. It doesn't matter how many times a week you take a shower, but when you do shower, you want to do it in the morning. So I almost never shower in the evening because it takes me longer to fall asleep afterwards, and it kind of makes me more alert. So I prefer showering in the morning, and the way I like to do it is to have a mix of cold water for a couple of minutes followed by hot water, or more like warm water. And there are a lot of benefits to it. So the key here is that it stimulates your nervous system. It increases your blood flow, there's a rush of adrenaline, and it helps increase your focus and alertness, and it also reduces your stress levels. Try to shower in the morning, or even just stand for 3 minutes under a pleasant stream of water. If you don't like to start your day with a shower or simply don't have the time, then washing your face with cold water is another option that will contribute to feeling more alert and fresh as well. Number 5. Music. So on this one, Tal and I quite disagree. I like to listen to energetic songs in the morning, however, Tal is exactly the opposite and she needs her mornings quiet. It's not for everyone, but there are lots of benefits to it and you should definitely try it for yourself. It has been proven that music has a significant effect on our moods and emotions. It increases your adrenaline levels and reduces anxiety. If you need to stay quiet because you usually wake up before everyone else, or because your partner is not up for it, simply use headphones and pick some energetic music that you like. It's a great solution that helps me start the day feeling more energetic and confident. So you know those days when there's something you're excited about and really want to happen. These are the days that you usually get up fresh, pumped and ready to go. The more we live with passion and create a daily routine that is surrounded with things that bring us joy, the easier it will be to kick off the blanket, jumpstart your day, and devour life. Work on creating the life you're passionate about and just can't wait to get up in the morning and accomplish your dreams and goals. As you can see, there is something in common to all the points we discussed here, and it is that all of them work in accordance to how the body functions. In fact, the more we understand what our body and soul needs and how it works, the more we can work with it and help our body and ourselves feel better. We won't need to rely on external solutions that may be harmful in the long term, like consuming coffee or energy drinks, or snacking on processed foods and other stimulants to stay alert. How do you like to start your day? Comment down below, I'd love to hear, and I'll see you in the next video.